Okay, so today we're gonna make a duck. This is actually the first time I've made a regular duck as well, so this will be something new for me and for you. This is the other duck that I normally make. It's just like a little mallard duck. So yeah, now he'll have a little friend. So I'm just gonna be using some yellow yarn and some orange yarn. I think I'm gonna bring out my hot glue gun and stitch marker. I'm using a bobby pin and your crochet hook. I'm using a 5mm today, and I think that's it. Oh, also you'll need some polyfill or scrap yarn. So yeah, now to begin, take your yellow yarn, set everything else to the side, wrap it around your fingers to make a magic ring. I'll leave a magic ring tutorial in the description if any of you guys need help. And then you're going to insert 6 single crochets into the ring. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So after you've done that, you're going to take your ring and tighten it, pull it, and then the next stitch you'll be going into will be a little bit tight. So sometimes I stick my hook in this way to pull it, or just make sure you don't make this stitch as tight so it's a little bit easier to get into. So yeah, once you're finally in the stitch, you're gonna take it and single crochet. Mark your first stitch and insert 1 more single crochet into that same stitch. So the second round will be increases. So that just means that you'll have 2 single crochets in every stitch. Like I said, don't do your first row so tight that it's easier to get into your stitches, but also you don't want crazy amount of holes in your duck either, so it works out. So yeah, just continue to insert 2 single crochets around. So once you get back to your stitch marker, you can just take it out and you will single crochet into that stitch. Mark it again. And then insert 2 single crochets into the next stitch. So the repeat pattern for this round will be 1 single crochet and then increase all around. And if you aren't a person who's big on counting, to make sure that you have done this pattern right, the last stitch before the stitch marker will be an increase. So yeah, the next round will be 1 single crochet in this stitch, mark it, and then single crochet into the next stitch, and then single crochet, insert 2 single crochet into the next. So that's single crochet, single crochet, increase. Okay, and repeat that all the way around. For the next few rounds, you'll just be single crocheting all the way around. So make sure you continue to mark that first stitch, and you'll be single crocheting until you reach row 10. So this first row is row 5, and just single crochet until row 10. Now we're finally done with the 10 rounds of the duck. So you should have something that looks kind of like this. And then you can also count to make sure. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Next round, we're going to be single crocheting in the back loops only. So you will be going directly into the center of your stitch. Hold on, guys. In the center of your stitch and single crocheting that. Mark the stitch. So once again, single crochet in the back loops only. And just do that all the way around. And then it'll just have this like little effect like that. And that's how you know that you're doing it right. So between row 6 and 7, that's where I put the eyes. So we're going to just do that same thing. Actually, I'm going to go 1 row down. And the eyes are about 3 stitches apart. Instead of waiting to sew the beak on, I'm just going to go ahead and do it now. So you're going to take your darning needle and just sew a little beak for your duck. I just go straight across. Yep, he's looking cute. And then go across 1 more time. But honestly, I don't know if he needs it, but I already think he looks nice. Oh yeah, you can snip this off and then tie it because you'll be using some orange yarn later. And you don't want it to be too tight because it'll pull at your stitches on the side, so just try to loosen it up. So then for the next round, you're going to decrease basically. So you're going to insert 1 single crochet into the place where you had your stitch marker. Mark it again, single crochet 1 more time. And then you're going to go into the front loops of 1 stitch, into the front loops of another, pull through 2, and then pull through 2 again, and that's the invisible decrease. And then you're going to single crochet 2, and then invisible decrease again. So that's go through the front loops, decrease, single crochet 2. Now just repeat that all the way around. Round 13, single crochet, and then mark your first stitch, decrease in the net, single crochet, and then decrease in the next. And this is when it's really going to get a little bit harder to just move around the inside of the duck, so you can start stuffing it after. So I'm actually going to pause here because I know that I have paused on a decrease. So I'm going to take this and put all the straggle pieces inside of the work, and I'm going to go get some polyfill and just stuff this up really quick. Yeah, just take some polyfill and stuff it inside of the duck, but make sure you can still see and not have a hard time single crocheting around. Okay, so now you're going to take it and continue the pattern, which is the single crochet and then decrease I'm going to try to speed this up a little bit. The very last row for the duck will be a round of full decreases. So that is insert your hook into the front loop of one stitch, insert your hook into the next loop of the next stitch, pull through two again, and that is one decrease. Similar to what we were doing in the previous row, but it's just a round full of them. So make sure you stuff your duck a little bit more because you won't be able to get any more in after this. And now you're just going to fasten off. So leave a tail to sew. And yeah, right from that same stitch that you left off on, pull the tail out of it. And then grab your darning needle and and pull it through. And you're just gonna sew across. So take it and go into the front loop and then into this loop, but change the direction every time you go into a new stitch. And I think that this is basically the last one. So you're just going to take it now and pull it to tighten it up. And then you have the bottom basically sewn together. And you just clean it up with your darning needle. Make it a little flatter or whatever you want to do. Then I'll show you how to fasten this off. So yeah, that's pretty much as flat as I think I'm gonna get it. It kind of doesn't matter that much because we're gonna add some feet onto our duck and stuff like that. So just take your darning needle and pull it through any random side of the duck. Pull it tight and snip it off. And then move them around. And if you still see where you put your hook into, then you should probably push it in with your scissors, but I don't see mine. For your arms, you're going to take your yarn and make a magic ring again and insert 6 single crochets into the magic ring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then you're going to make 2 of those and then fasten off. Also tighten your magic ring up. So that'll be his little arm. And then one more. And then you're done with your yellow yarn. So you can just set that to the side. And now we're going to make the feet. So basically these will be another magic ring. And you're going to just insert 4 single crochets into the magic ring this time instead of 6. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you're going to just fasten off. Hold on, I'm going to make this ring again so that I don't have to use another piece of yarn. Take that and cut it off and tighten the ring. And this, and then that's 1 foot. So yeah, now you have these little pieces, and I just kind of put the foot right in the little section where the bump separates. So use that, and then use your needle to sew the arm on through the front loops that you still have left from row 11. So yeah, here's the duck. I finally completed it. It sits up by itself because it's so flat at the bottom. And it can also sit like that, like this, whichever way. So yeah, here's how it looks. And the wings flap, if you care about that.